It is almost 9 o'clock Eastern time. It is almost time to rip into these brightly lit, maybe overlit cards here on the table. It's Junk Wax Genius. Thank you for being here, being a part of the live rip tonight. We're celebrating 1 million channel views. And as I've said before in the episodes, the 1 million views is really a milestone that I have to give all the thanks to you, the viewers, who have supported this ridiculous channel over the years. If you were with me from the very beginning, you know exactly how ridiculous it was. About episode 100, I decided I was tired of that, and this turned into kind of what you see on a day-to-day basis. And we're producing one episode, at least 2 packs a day, every day. Haven't missed a single day since we started this way back in December of 2023, maybe something like that. So yeah, 1 million views, and all thanks to you guys, because as I can make a million episodes, but if nobody watches, doesn't make a sound. But when you do have viewers that watch every day and encourage me and show up in the comments, all those things, absolutely it does. So thank you. Glad to see this turnout. Glad to see everybody here. Whether you're here for the cards themselves or whether you're here for our guest of honor. If you saw we'll rip some 86 tops. I wonder who's inside. I wonder who we're going to get in our 86 tops rack pack. If you saw the episode where I talked about this 87 tops Cello box that I bought a little while ago, sight unseen, I noticed that it says Super Rookies up here in the corner. And I thought, that's weird. And I opened the box, and what do I see? But I'm going to see if maybe this can be a little less harsh. We'll see if that's a little better. Anyway, this box says Super Rookies. I open it up, and it's got a stack of 4 packs that all have Bruce Ruffin on top. A stack of 4 packs that all have Wally Joyner on top. Some hot rookies in 1987. Greg Swindell, Pete Incaviglia. 4 stacks featuring Jose Canseco. Or 4 packs, 1 stack. And then I get to the Bo Jacksons, only 2 with Bo. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to give one of these away. So in celebration of this million views, we're going to give away this pack. To keep me honest, who is that on the back? Probably Jack Clark, I'm going to guess. Can't quite tell. But we're going to pack up this one. It's the one that's got the Cardinals and the Giants guy on the back. And this is somebody's going to win this. How do you win it? Really simple. Just leave a comment. Just leave a comment on this episode, and I'm going to pick from randomly all the names. You can only enter once, so once your name is on the list, you're done. But then we'll have other ones. I'm going to pull out a pack of the Jose Canseco cards, and let's open that among all these other treasures. I've got 93 tops, Series 1. Derek Jeter might be in there. 93 Upper Deck, Series 2. Jeter might be in there. We're going to do the 87 with Jose Canseco on top, 89 Fleer, 91 Upper Deck. It's the Find the Nolan, but possibly also Find the Michael Jordan short print. We're going to do 96 Fleer, one of my new favorites. Fleer Flair Series 2. This is from 1994, and there may just be a Alex Rodriguez rookie card in here. And then 89 Upper Deck. This is the High Series, possibly a junior in there. Our odds go down a little bit of finding the Ken Griffey Jr., but still, you can't win if you don't play. And maybe this is the showpiece, but I also got 2 boxes of 1990 Leaf, brand new, still wrapped up with the Leaf branded foil on it, or plastic wrap. So we'll crack those open and open a couple packs from each box and see what we get. Let me do a little personal collection show and tell. I got this guy in the mail the other day. There was a survey I put up on the channel asking what you would like me to do in celebration. Live Rip was my own idea, and the top vote getter was PC Tour to show you my personal collection. This is just one card out of the PC. This is 97 Fleer Ultra, the Jim Thome Platinum Medallion Edition. I think they're not numbered on the back. I mean, they've got the card number, P for Platinum. It's card 380. And I'm pretty sure like these are limited to not more than 150 or something like that. And to get one with like this pristine a front without paper loss was a challenge. So been looking for this one for a long time without the messed up, chewed up front. Finally found a good one. And here it is. So wanted to share that as a starter. All right, we've been talking about these 87 tops. We've got Jose Canseco on the front of this one. Dodgers, Mets. Oh, it's Sid Fernandez, who wears uniform number 50. He's from Hawaii, the 50th state. So we know who's on the front. We know who's on the back. Let's see who's in between on this live rip episode of Junk Wax Genius. Thank you again for being here. I felt like I was doing this for myself the first several months of this. And then I opened up some holiday packs. They were mystery packs wrapped in holiday paper. I didn't know what was inside, and I had like kind of a clickbait style title because I found like I forget even who it was, but it was some clickbait thing. It took off, and I figured, all right, people might actually be interested in this. So yeah, nice deal for these Cello packs, 69 cents. There you go. So Jose on top, no surprise. Mike Schmidt, though, right behind him. That's cool. Luis Aquino, Kurt Wilkerson, Dan Schatzeder, Ray Quinones. He looks like he knows a naughty secret. Ron Karkovice. I know it's Karkovice. You know that I know. Dave Henderson. Ricky Henderson's third favorite baseball playing Henderson. Ray Searage. Dave LaPointe. Braves leaders card. Kirk Gibson. Gene Walter. Here's Kirby Puckett, All-Star. Nice one. Wallace Johnson, and you can already see the blistering and the bubbling from the gum that's been packed up behind him. Sorry about that, Wallace. At least the official rules, no purchase necessary contest card was the sacrificial one on the other side. Right into the bin. Chuck Carey, Joel Davis. Montreal Habs 1176 says, I only collect hockey cards, but this may be my favorite channel. I appreciate that. Thank you. Zulu06, congratulations on the views. Opening the junkiest junk in honor of the achievement. 89 tops, 91 leaf, 91 studio. I'm with you on the 91 leaf. That's rough. Paul Ossenmacher, as we continue this pack. Juan Samuel, Carmen Castillo, Claudel Washington, Donnie Moore, Tim Lawler, Jim Wolford, Dennis Powell, Orlando Mercado, Walt Terrell, Mike Palgarulo, Wade Rowden, Luis Aguayo, and there's the front of our Sid Fernandez. Man, if it weren't for the Jose and the Mike Schmidt and Kirby Puckett All-Star cards, I would have sworn somebody had searched that one, even though it came from a box clearly curated with love and care. Somebody probably thought they had just had a fortune up their sleeve with these Jose Canseco packs. Only Frank's Sweet Music only collects Frank Viola cards. Fingers crossed we pull one. Odds are good. These are some dense years for his career. That's an interesting collection. I wonder how many unique Frank Viola cards there are out there to assemble. For guys like Jim Thome and Will Clark, you get All-Stars variations. They're showing up in like Allen and Ginter. They show up in the new Stadium Club. So lots of ways that I can continue to grow that collection. Let's roll on to our 89 Fleer, 15 cards and a sticker here. The secret, have I gone over this? I know I've gone over it, but have you remembered? There are codes printed on the pack itself. We'll reveal those in a minute. There are codes printed on the box that the packs come in, but the code that matters is the code that's printed on the case that the boxes are in. Those cases have a code that represents the year and the day and also the shift that they were printed. Oh, big thanks. $20 super chat. That's awesome. Thank you. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. It's an Arrested Development joke that I made for me. Anyway, 89 Fleer. If you're looking for the Billy Ripken error, the Randy Johnson Marlboro variations, the Jeff Treadway error card, you need to find the lowest number you possibly can. And I think the middle digits are like up to 017 or 018, where you can still find the Billy Ripken error card with any kind of certainty. After that, it's a roll of the dice. So we'll open these packs. I'm expecting this box to be the black box version if we do find a Ripken. Like here you go, there's this 6813A printed on the wrapper. Means nothing. Don't let anybody tell you different. It means absolutely nothing. We do have some Fleer baseball stickers. There's Paul Ossenmacher again. We'll call that a doubleheader. We got him in back-to-back packs. Hot corners, hot hitters, Wade Boggs and Carney Lansford. Larry McWilliams and his mustache. Rod Allen, Wally Backman, Dave Schmidt, Chris Bosio, Nick Capra, Bob Ojeda, Andy Allenson, Danny Jackson, Mark Salas, Joe Price, Mike Smithson, and there's Les Lancaster. Whole lot of nothing in that one too. Let's see. Hunter asks, have I opened any 1995 Score baseball yet? I have not on this episode. I have opened 95 Score before. Let's see, what year is this? That's 93. I've learned that I don't like 93 Score. I believe I have opened 95 on the channel. You can search the archive. I don't remember after all these episodes. How can I possibly be expected to remember those things? No, just for real. I don't know, but I think I have. Yeah, no luck on the F-face error card. So let's move on. Let's get this glare one out of the way. I'm tired of looking at the glare of this metallic wrapper for 93 Series 2 with my overhead light here. Studio light. Oh, Mr. Blood Vessel asks, what card is the precursor for the Ripken? I know that if you see the Jose Canseco 40-40 card, you're getting close. And the Fleer cards from this year for 89 and many other years, the sequence is very predictable, very repetitive. And I don't remember off the top of my head what comes immediately before the Ripken card, but I know the Jose Canseco 40-40 card in packs is very close. Have I opened 89 O-Pee-Chee, 88 O-Pee-Chee, or 87? I have opened 89 and 88 for sure on the channel, long time ago. 87, I don't remember. Those packs might be a little out of my price range because the perfect 10s go for just a fortune. Again, I'm all about the PC, not PSA, but that doesn't mean that speculators in other O-Pee-Chee cards are not driving up the price to just ridiculous levels. I might need I'm going to get the blade for this one. We'll be gentle. They gave me a little notch to pull to open, and all it does is pull away at that little corner. Most valuable card I've pulled. Monetarily, probably the 85 Topps Kirby Puckett rookie card, I'm going to say. Oh, no. I take that back. Very recently, I pulled the Don Mattingly rookies out of both 84 Fleer and 84 Topps. I think dollar for dollar, those go for more than the 85 Puckett. But don't quote me. I'm not really concerned with like diving right into the price guide for those. Nothing wrong with that if you are. Hey, here's a nice one. Nolan Ryan, the Express's last run. That's a nice card. Short print 6. All right, an SP right out of the gate, or Nolan Ryan. Very nice. I'll take that every time. We're going to continue on. These are sticking. No cardception tonight. Yeah, I don't have any Stadium Club in the pile right now, but it's all right behind me. I could lean back at any moment and grab that card, a pack of those, and we can see how what we have with cardception. Rondell White, diamond debut here. We've got, these are sticking together and going every which way, as we would expect from Upper Deck. Darren Dalton, award winner. A Butch Husky top prospect. He seems pretty happy about that. We're going to have another top prospect here on the back of Peter Gammons. He's wearing pinstripes. Oh, no. John Burke. We've got some Peter Gammons inside the numbers subsets. Geronimo Pena. Yeah, the Cardception Cursed Burial spot is barren. Nothing will grow there. Eduardo Perez behind the numbers with Peter Gammons. We continue. Rich Emerald. Looks like some dings on these cards, fresh out of the pack. I took these right out of the box. It's not like I've been carrying them around in my pocket. On deck with Cecil Fielder. So Joe Hesketh out of the pack. As I say frequently, pack fresh does not mean mint condition. Sorry. Jeff Reardon, minus the beard. Thank you for that facial hair policy. Marge Schott. Any 92 front row draft picks cards? I don't actually. Hunter, are those front row draft picks like the multi-sport cards? If so, then yes. Mike Moore. Reggie Jefferson. Look at the way those blues and the reds are so vivid. I love these. Gorgeous cards. Channel favorite Eric Davis. Timar, thank you. You love junk wax yourself. Seem pretty down to earth. I appreciate that. Thank you. Started this channel as a reaction against the rip guys that would just like fly through here just looking for the Derek Jeter and everybody else gets tossed aside. They wouldn't make observations like Charlie Huff is almost definitely throwing a knuckleball there. Signing for the fans, good man. Luis Aquino, I open this because it's still a hobby for me. I'm still here to collect. I'm not running to eBay to comp every single one of these cards or to put it under a microscope to judge the centering and the grading potential for it. I own some graded cards, but I'm not here to build an arsenal of graded cards. Rob Dibble as we continue. Oh, the front row draft picks baseball with the Jeter rookie. No, I have not been able to find or afford those packs. Thank you for clarifying. Rob Dibble. Phillies checklist. Featuring Darren Dalton. His likeness, at least. Dave Nilsson from Down Under. Checklist card. I'm not going to read the entire checklist. This is already going to be long enough today. What card got my biggest reaction? From me personally, definitely the Mattingly rookies. Those were cards that I've been really coveting since the mid-'80s when I was just a kid and could not afford Don Mattingly when he was like the card to get. Daryl Sherman. I've never pulled a Donruss Elite in person. I do have, and I'll reach behind me in just a moment, Carlos Quintana, Mike Hampton, Greg Olson. That's 3 G's in his first name. Mike Scioscia. And we wrap up with Bryn Smith blocking the 5-hole. Okay. Well, no Jeter in those upper deck cards, but we did get that sweet Nolan Ryan. We'll take that every time. Question was, have I ever pulled a Donruss Elite? No. But once upon a time, a viewer sent me this one. This is the Will Clark Elite Series card, numbered 2032 out of 10,000, when 10,000 seemed like an impossibly small number, impossibly rare for baseball cards. So I've got that Elite Series one, and then the Signature Series Will Clark, longtime possession, well-faded autograph, still legible, and that one numbered 3184 out of 5,000. So a couple that I have in my collection, but one was a gift and one I had to buy. Zulu06 asks, what were the first packs I opened back in the 80s? In the 80s, really, in my town, in the neighborhood where I lived, the pharmacy or the grocery store really only ever carried tops. So 86 tops, let's actually jump there. Nice segue. 86 tops were really the first packs that I opened when I was starting to collect. And then in 1986, October of 86, for my birthday, my parents got me the 85 tops set because I liked channel favorite Eric Davis. His rookie card was in that set. I had no awareness at all about Kirby Puckett or Roger Clemens or Mark McGuire for that matter. I was into it for Eric Davis and Dwight Gooden. Let's jump into our 86 tops rack pack, 48 cards plus the All-Star commemorative card. We've got Donnie Baseball front and center, literally. Jason Thompson, Jerry Royce, and a Dwight Gooden All-Star on the back. Excellent. I would have been very excited to get this as a kid. I'm still excited, and I'm a grown man opening old baseball cards on the internet. See if we can do this clean, right down the seam. We got it. And let's see what we've got. I can't blame you for starting with O-Pee-Chee. I did not have O-Pee-Chee available to me. And to be honest, in 1986, I would have called it O-Cheapy and scoffed. No offense. Yeah, I was definitely into cards as a kid. Gave it up like 92, 93 when my budget turned to automotive needs, gasoline, insurance, etc. Steve Buchel, Ken Dixon, Dennis Rasmussen, and really got back into it. I know that there was a resurgence around COVID, like 6 years ago, when people discovered that this could be a hobby you could do at home. I was into it maybe 2 or 3 years before when I found out how cheap you could buy 1992 Stadium Club, and I thought I was in paradise. We continue. Jack Howell, Gary Carter All-Star, Fernando Record Breaker, Billy Sample, Randy Reddy, 95 Studio, 95 Flair. I think I've done some packs of those. I definitely have 94 Studio and 94 Flair. Yeah, I've got 94 Flair on the table. 95, a pack here and there. Rick Sutcliffe, another All-Star, a couple of All-Stars, Carlton Fisk and Brett Saberhagen, Steve Henderson, Donnie Scott, Scott Thompson, Glenn Cook, Bruce Hurst, and yet another All-Star. All-Stars heavy in that cell. We saw the back. It's Dr. K. It's Dwight Gooden. All right, we know who's in the middle cell. Let's go to the top. If you are a viewer of other baseball card channels, friend of the channel, High Heat Stats, did an episode about 86 tops and why they're so hard to get in mint condition. There's Eddie Murray, only wearing one hat. All right. When they print these, they print them in big sheets, and they print them kind of head to head. So the black stripes all go together. Instead of printing them like head to toe, they're head to head, toe to toe. And that's why, one reason why it's hard to get in perfect condition. The black just shows chipping and damage a lot easier. What cards haven't I opened on the channel before? Long list. Generally, I say 87 to 94, give or take. I tend to go earlier on those. So pretty much anything after 1997, I pretty much have not opened. Tim Tuffle, Mike Pagliarulo again, Julio Cruz. Oh, it's Cousin Mickey Tetleton. Hello. Tony Perez featuring Eric Davis, Rich Thompson, Jesse Barfield, Tim Flannery, Bob Carney, Chet Lemon, R.I.P. Chet Lemon. Oh, look who I saw. There's Lynn Jones and his sweet music, Frank Viola. We found our 86 tops Frankie V. Let's go. Dickie Thon, Vance Law. I always thought that was a weird pose for a baseball card. It's Johnny Ray. Poor old Johnny Ray. Or Are You Johnny Ray? We would accept either musical reference for Johnny Ray. Mike Fishlin and Jason Thompson round out that cell. Audrey Sampson, this has been a great pack so far. I agree. I knew what I was getting into with Mattingly on the front. Kind of had a leg up on things, so to speak, with that one. But there we go. There's our Donnie baseball. Not perfect centering, soft corners, but still what I would consider an iconic baseball card. After he makes contact, watching the ball go up the line as he breaks out of the box. Love that. Hunter, I have opened some non-sports cards. Recently, I've had shorts where I open American Bandstand cards. I've opened motorcycle cards, NASCAR. Well, I guess NASCAR is kind of a sport. But definitely American Bandstand and motorsports, but I don't know, do those count? Bobby Cox, Tippy Martinez, Pedro Guerrero, Mike Smithson. There's Roger Clemens, definitely off center. The magnet's just pulling that entire design up to the top. Sweaty Roger. Bob Brenly, Jose De Leon, Yankee teammate Dave Winfield. Excellent. Oil Can Boyd, suffering the same fate as Roger Clemens. Oh, look at that. Pete Rose. Nice card for Pete. Card number 1. Look at that. Pete Rose. What a pack. Bert Roberge. Of course, he would have that name playing for the Expos. Wally Backman, Floyd Humans, Alfredo Griffin, and then we end with Jerry Royce, who in that picture was not even 40 years old. Okay, rough go. But what a pack. We knew we would get into the Donnie baseball. We didn't know we would get Pete Rose, Dave Winfield, Roger Clemens. But almost by request, we willed it to be Frank Viola. And then all of these all-stars. Not bad. Not bad at all. The Bronson Pinchot reference, yes. We have been doing Perfect Strangers references since the very beginning. That was one of the initial running gags on the channel. Mickey Tetleton, Cousin Terry Pendleton. Anybody with that kind of name construction gets the Cousin Balky from Perfect Strangers reference. Particularly, I'm thinking of the one where Cousin Larry loses his, he gets amnesia, and Cousin Balky has to remind him to say his own name. Yeah, right. All right, let's cut to our 94 Flair. This is Series 2. It's behind plastic wrap. It is perfectly preserved so well that I have to get out the blade again to slice this open. Otherwise, I'd just spend like 20 minutes picking at plastic, which is kind of gross, if you ask me. Like a weird ASMR channel, maybe, but not for me. Let's get into the Flair. I love these. The cardstock is from another planet. It is so thick. It is so glossy. They're just gorgeous cards. You only get 10 in the pack, but man, are they worth it. Protected again. Jeff Brantley on top of that one. Oh, and look at that. I'm almost tempted to leave this sealed so that we've got Ken Griffey Jr. showing. But I can't, because this is the channel where I open old baseball cards and talk about it. Oh, what have I gotten myself into? What have I done? Oh, I can't help it. There's nothing I can do. Those are the rules. It's the channel where we open old baseball cards and talk about it, not look at them through the wrapper. Oh, that's gorgeous. We're going to come back to that. It's die cut. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, that's so nice. What else do we have? We have Jeff Brantley. Roger Clemens again. We've seen him before. Scott Sanders. Oh, a checklist. So you win some, you lose some. Larry Walker. That would normally be the pick of the pack. Devon White. Brian Evergard. Evergard. I don't recognize that name at all. Eversgard. Sorry, Brian. No offense. There's Bernie Williams and H-Rod, Henry Rodriguez. Quick examination of these cards, kind of like the studio where you've got two images overlaid one on the other. Great use of the gold foil. The gloss is just incredible. And then they continue the use of the foil onto the back of these regular cards. Just beautiful. That's nice. Larry Walker, Roger Clemens to go with it. But man, is this ever the centerpiece, the pick of the pack. Look at that. Hot glove, Ken Griffey Jr. This does not mean that it's a card, like there were only 10 of these printed and I have the third one. This happens to be just the third card in a 10-card subset. Brian Ermagerd, yes. Ermagerd, I got the Griffey hot glove. That's awesome. All right. That's going to be hard to beat. That might be the card of the night, he says, with both the potential for the Michael Jordan short print, the Ken Griffey Jr., and a Derek Jeter. Let's jump into a newer pack, 96 Fleer. This is a pack or a brand that I didn't really collect as a younger man and discovered almost by accident here on the channel. I found these, knew that I didn't know much about them, and thought, hey, let's try. This textured matte finish got my interest. And now I'm building the set. I don't know offhand how close I am. I haven't gone through to double check my progress lately, but there you go. Some subsets, more information. Again, guys, do cards, not drugs. Thank you. Yeah, the junk wax, I say, is 87 to 94, give or take. Some of these packs, like clearly the brands were getting their act together by, I'm going to say about 92. 92 Donruss, I love. Stadium Club, obviously, starting in 91, fantastic. Ultra, just great cards. So by the time we get to 94, a lot of those are just truly not junk anymore. Fleer scratch-off game. Those are the abbreviated rules. I'd hate to see the whole thing. And we get into this. We do have a glossy card. They call it a Tiffany card. It's Tim Raines. That's nice. Another one, Smokin' Heat, Roger Clemens again. It's a Rocket Clemens night. And then here's the difference. You can see the glare on the Roger Clemens card. No such thing on the rest of these with this matte finish. Xavier Hernandez. I just love the simplicity of this design. It's so classy. Chipper Jones. Larry Wayne Jones Jr. Love that. Otis Nixon. I forget he was a Ranger. Jose Herrera. Raffy. There's Rafael Palmeiro. Mark Leiter. Two sports star Brian Jordan with the Cardinals. Charlie Hayes. And Mark Gridzelanek. Very simple backs. I love the full color picture on the front. I'm going to go with Chipper as the pick of that pack. Nice stuff from 96 Fleer. Do I have any more of the long upper deck Heroes of Baseball packs? Is it odd that you like those? I do have, I think, one more of those. It's not odd that you like it. I'm glad you do. I'm not going to open those tonight. I'm saving those for another kind of weird one-off episode. Sorry, y'all, that I'm not able to answer every question. I kind of glance over every now and then. Do you want me to scratch this off? Yeah. Let's see if I've got, do I have a coin? Do I have a tool I can use? Let's see. What do I have in my desk drawer that I can use? We're gonna live dangerously and use the blade of my utility knife. Let's see if that works. Ooh, it does, but it makes a horrible sound. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that. That was, I don't know if the mic picked it up, but not fun. Let's do next. Let's do our 91 upper deck. Let's see. Paul writes, it got so bad in the 80s. He snorted his Tim Raines rookie card. That is trouble. That's a bad sign. The Griffey could buy me more 91 Donruss. I'm sure it could. I'm the type to pay people to keep 91 Donruss away. Let's do 91 upper deck. Find the Nolan. This is also the low series and the only series where you can potentially find the Michael Jordan short print. So to go back to the question about the long upper deck Heroes of Baseball packs, I do have more of those, and I believe there are still more in stock at my local card shop that I patronize. Also going to a show, if you're in North Carolina this weekend, at the North Carolina State Fairgrounds, probably Saturday. I'll be there during the day, and I'll be looking for packs. Our massive hologram sticker, the Red Sox. Gary Scott starts us off as a top prospect. Mark Davis. Oh yeah, I was curious. I was careful about that. You're getting close. You're getting close. Face reveal in the reflection. You could sleuth it out, maybe. Mark Davis, Dave West, Darren Fletcher, Mike Pagliarulo is back. Oh, believe me, if my kids were in the house, I'd be yelling at them to bring me a penny. Jim Acker, Brooke Jacoby, Pete Incaviglia, one of my favorite names in this set, Narciso Elvira. Narciso Elvira. Norm Charlton, Rick Sutcliffe, Rafael Valdez, Eric Hansen, Corey Snyder, and Mike Marshall. No Bo. The board goes back. Could I open up more Ted Williams cards? I have some Find the Williams upper deck cards, if that's what you're referring to. I could open more of those. It's hard to find pennies in circulation, but I have two kids, and when you have two kids, you probably have a jar of like loose change just sitting around. I definitely have pennies, and I'll go grab one in a second. Let's jump to our 93 Topps Series 1, 15 cards, a Topps Gold card in every pack. Yeah, if you go to a store and you try to pay with cash, pretty much everywhere they have a sign apologizing for not having pennies anymore. And then they'll round up your change one way or another, depending on some arcane system of mathematics that I don't understand. I was told there would be no math. Kevin Seitzer starts off this pack of 93 Topps. Butch Henry, Travis Fryman, Tony Phillips, Luis Gonzalez. Our gold card is Kurt Manwaring. Kind of hard to read, but I know that's who that is. We'll flip over the rest of these. Pedro Astacio, Bill Gullickson, Russ Swan, Mark Portugal the man, Jose Rio, Cecil Fielder, looking good, Charlie O'Brien, Greg Jeffries, channel favorite Greg Jeffries. I always have to identify him that way. And Kurt Knudsen, or is the K silent and his name is Ert Knudsen? Is it a silent K or not? I got to know. Kurt Knudsen? I don't know. Anyway, no junior in that one. We try again. The Ted Williams Card Company. Okay, I have not opened those, and I don't believe I have any on hand. Sorry, I'm not familiar with those. Let's get into kind of the headliner before we get into our leaf set packs. This is 89 Upper Deck. I bought a box of this factory sealed back around Christmas and have been rationing my way through it. I got to slow down so I don't just rush right through and get the dopamine hit that I wasn't able to get when I was 13 years old. All right, let's see what we've got. I'll try to be careful with these and rip off the top. We begin with Tommy Herr, John Kruk. Oh, this is nice. Bo Jackson, pretty good consolation prize. Rick Mailer, Ricky Horton. Oh, another good consolation prize, Ryne Sandberg. Von Hayes, Chris Spire. And a couple of these hologram stickers. We've got the Rangers and the Red Sox. Red Sox hologram bonanza tonight. Kent Gerhardt, Mike Davis, Rick Dempsey, Lance McCullers, Chris Carpenter. There's our rookie card from this pack. I mean, you're not guaranteed to get one rookie in every pack, but there you go. Ozzie Guillen and Edgar Martinez when he was still a defender, when they were still letting him play the field. Pretty good. Pretty good card. So Edgar, Ryne Sandberg, and Bo Jackson. Consolation prize. We'll take it out of our 89 Upper Deck. Wyatt reminds me, thank you for your pick me comment. If you're here, if you're watching, the way to get into the drawing to win the Bo Jackson Cello pack. Is this the one? Nope. The Bo Jackson we're giving away is, yes, it's this one. This is the one we're giving away. The way to get into the drawing, leave a comment. Just leave a comment. And from all of the comments, not necessarily chat, but the comments on this episode will be folded in as well. And I'll pick one of you. You can leave a million comments. I'm only going to put you in once. So don't spam me, for crying out loud. But still, somebody's going to win this. And then I'll throw in some other singles as well. Let's say, I don't have one handy, but we will have one. Sit tight. I'm going to go grab a coin, and we'll scratch off this Fleer contest to see what that's all about. That's true. An actual shiny penny. Let's see if we can get it to focus. Minted in 2024. The last of its line. A genuine American penny. All right, we're going to scratch off this Fleer contest thing. It's revealing the letter T, and our instant win this is laborious. I'm sure this coating was not meant to was not intended to last until the year of our Lord 2026. So our game letter is T, and our instant win is sorry, try again. What would we have done if there had been like a legit prize behind that one and the contest, expired in like November of 1996. What would we have done? I agree, quarters scratch much better, but we were talking about pennies, so that's what I brought. That's what I got from the change tray by my entrance. Hey, we'll change it up. A viewer sent me some 2009 Upper Deck Series 2. This might be the newest. No, I take that back. I've opened newer packs, but it's been like Stadium Club and Ellen and Ginter. I don't think I've ever opened 2009 Upper Deck before, but there's a chance for an autographed Derek Jeter rookie card in here. Let's see what we've got. I don't know if anybody owns Fleer like as the brand to follow up. I have no idea. I mean, it's probably Fanatics because Fanatics seem to be making a point of owning everything, but I can't say that for any certainty. Nice glossy cards here. Judicious use of silver foil. Sean Gallagher, Dave Bush, Carlos Marmol, Adam Lind, Octavio Dotel, Melvin Mora, Willie Abar, Edouard, not Edward, Edouard Ramirez. An award winner, there's Joe Mauer celebrating his gold glove. That's nice. Star Quest card for Dustin Pedroia. Pretty cool. Chris Waters, Kyle McClellan, Joey Devine, Matt Lindstrom, Matt Harrison, Brendan Harris, Jason Worth, before he grew out the beard, and Masier is Taurus. Nice cards. Although this one, they use the exact same photo on the back as they did the front. They didn't do that to everybody, did they? They did. That's cheap. Come on. Come on, Upper Deck. You're better than that. You're better than that, Upper Deck. All right, well, we got a Dustin Pedroia and the Joe Mauer award winner out of that one. I did see a shout out for finding Canadian teams, especially the Expos, in packs. Let's see, do I have a Leaf pack? Yeah, I don't think I have any within reach. I've got some 88 Leaf that would be heavier on the Canadian clubs. They did that on purpose. And that was before Leaf turned into a premium brand, as much as these were premium in 1990. So let's unbox Series 1 and Series 2 and go through a couple of packs while we round out the hour here on the Junk Wax Genius 1 million channel view special. We'll slice this guy open. We'll do this one at the same time so that I'm not having to go back to the cutter. We'll peel this away. Generally, I don't open newer cards, but this is a special occasion. I wouldn't necessarily do it as part of a regular daily episode, but if I have a reason, for example, on July 1st, coming up in a week or so, we're going to do a special Canada Day special where it's going to be a focus on hockey cards. I've got Canadian football cards, like O-Pee-Chee from 1992, Premier, Pro Set, Canadian football. If you haven't seen this one, we're going to open some Canadian football cards featuring potentially Rocket Ismail. There's an 88 Leaf, 91 O-Pee-Chee. So Canadian theme coming up in a few days. So we've got our Series 2 unwrapped. This is the one where you might be able to find Frank Thomas. And then we'll do the same thing. Like the packs are fully sealed in the Leaf branded shrink wrap. And to the best of my knowledge, they have been untouched by human hands since they went into the machine. I wonder how many packs of 1990 Leaf the richest kings of Europe were buying. Saw the comment, 90 Leaf was about $4 Canadian back in 1990, and only the richest kings of Europe could afford them. That explains where they all went. So we've unboxed. Here's our Series 1 pack. Let's do 2. We'll do 2 out of each box. And that will be how we wrap up our hour-long million views episode here. Thank you for participating, and leave comments here in the chat. You can leave them on the video for the episode itself. And at random, I'll make a list. I'll make a video of that list. I'll make a video of me pulling a name at random from that list. So no shenanigans. We'll do 2 packs of Series 2 after we do 2 packs of Series 1, 1990 Leaf. All right, we'll get those so that the glare is not blinding me. Thank you for being here again. Thank you for all the support. The million views, again, is something that I cannot do on my own. It is a stat that is completely dependent on you, the viewers, engaging with the ridiculous videos that I make. And I cannot tell you how gratifying it's been. Yogi Berra puzzle, 52, 53, and 54. You can tell it's fancy because it's got this metallic finish. And if you haven't seen me open these before, any Donruss or Leaf puzzle uses the exact same pattern throughout. So you can mix and match 52, 53, and 54 with your Hank Aaron or your Roberto Clemente or Duke Snider or whoever you've got. Do I have theories on what packs in a box would have the good stuff, like bottom right, third down? I don't, because I haven't opened a lot of this. I'm not exactly sure, but I will be charting. I'm looking at where those are in the upper deck box, so trying to keep track. Brett Butler, bunting, always in favor of that. Strong start. Bang! Ken Griffey Jr., even better. Walt Weiss, Bip Roberts, Todd Zeal, Gene Larkin, Gary Reedus, Bill Spires, Lenny Dykstra, choking up. Kurt Stillwell. There's Darryl Strawberry. I would have loved that card in 1990. Dave Bergman, Zane Smith, and Sandy Alomar. Just had his birthday. Yeah, there you go. Happy 60th birthday, Sandy Alomar. Hunter still loves Will Clark, even though he ended up his last year with the Cardinals. He did. He signed with the Cardinals to back up the injured Mark McGwire, and then left after that season because he knew he would either continue to be max backup or at best a platoon. So all power to Will Clark for deciding how he wanted to end his career. Stadium Club famous for putting the good pack in the same spot in each box. Stadium Club does have extremely predictable collation and sequencing, like we talked about with Fleer a moment ago. I can, with reliability, tell you like a 5-10 card sequence, depending on the pack, of especially 92 Stadium Club. Put together a Leaf Donruss Franken puzzle with the pieces as I pull them from packs. I did a short where I did assemble a Franken puzzle. I think I might call it the weirdest thing I've done. So you can find that one in the archives. But I'll do it again. Why not? Thank you, Gen X Tiger, for being here. I appreciate the well wishes. And yeah, we're all about the nostalgia here on the channel. Sometimes I'll break out the Beckett monthly price guides as a reminder of what these cards were worth in like 1991 money. And it really reminds me of why I was so into the hobby then as a 14, 15-year-old kid. Rafael Ramirez on this pack. Lance Parrish. Surprising, you wouldn't necessarily expect it, but among the career leaders for catchers and home runs. Like, I think he's in the top 5. He was good. As our channel friend Rob Opens Wax likes to say, check the stats. Mark Barron asks, what sets do you still build or are building? Off the top of my head, 84 tops, 89 upper deck, 96 Fleer, and I'm going to start on 90 Leaf here with these two boxes. Anyway, Lance Parrish. Eric Davis, again, nice to see him. Rob Murphy. The Hawk, Andre Dawson. Shout out Basement Card Collector. Craig Worthington. Nick Isaski. Tom Henke. Jeff Russell. There's Spuds, Chris Sabo. Harold Reynolds. Gary Carter, nice. He's up there on the catcher's home run list as well. Scott Sanderson, Freddie Lynn, and Bob Guerin. He is nowhere near the top of home runs for catchers. And more puzzle pieces. Have I used the UV light on the 92 Nolan Ryan set? I have not. But that's cool that some cards have messages that could be read with UV light. I did not know that. Thank you for that trivia. So I'll have to find those Nolan Ryan. I think we're talking about this Pacific brand Nolan Ryan cards. Christopher Rule asks, will the Thrill is my PC baseball guy? Do I have PC guys for other sports? Not really. I collect kind of Cleveland Cavaliers for basketball cards, but it's got to be like the Mark Price, Brad Daugherty, Larry Nance Cavs. And no football players, not really hockey. So primarily just baseball. All right, now on to our Series 2, where we could find Frank Thomas. Spuds, a nickname for Chris Sabo. Some people thought that he looked like Spuds McKenzie, who was the dog mascot for, I think it was Bud Light back then. Have I opened any 87 Leaf? I believe I have opened a single pack of it, but 87 Leaf kind of falls into the same category as 87 O-Pee-Chee, where it is very expensive. The big grin for Yogi Berra. And let's flip it over, see what we've got. Collecting exclusively Rick Smits. Between Rick Smits exclusive and Frank Viola exclusive. Always curious to find out how many different cards you can get. Interesting. Tom Brunansky starts us off. Domingo Ramos, Dave Johnson, not Davey Johnson, the manager, but Dave Johnson, the pitcher. Charlie Liebrandt, Junior Felix, Mike Jeffcoat. The 87 Leaf Bow would be a nice card to have. I have not been able to luck into 87 Leaf packs. But again, card show coming up this weekend at the State Fairgrounds in Raleigh, North Carolina. I'll see what I can find. Tim Leana, Scott Bradley, Rick Parker, Todd Burns, Greg Harris, Kevin Moss. More than 1,000 different Frank Viola cards, counting crazy wear stuff. That's wild. I never would have guessed. Yeah, don't confuse Mike Jeffcoat with Jeff Mike Coat. Different guys. Kevin Moss, Rex Hudler, John Moses, and Rick Reed. These are looking pretty off-center. Premium was in the eye of the beholder. These are still technically like the Leaf Donruss family of cards. And I don't know. I didn't have high hopes for their quality control. I still don't. All right, let's hope for some last pack magic here as we wind up the hour. Let's, again, to win that Bo Jackson Cello pack and some other bonus prize cards, leave a comment, drop something into the chat, and I'll pick a name at random. It'll be a couple of days for me to get around to doing that, to be honest, but keep an eye on the channel, and we'll do it as a short or maybe within a regular main channel video. More Yogi Berra puzzle pieces. And there's Lloyd Mosby. Two hats Lloyd. I mean, I pick on Eddie Murray, but I did the same thing because back then batting helmets were not like custom fit to everybody for maximum safety. It was more like a formality where you had to wear a batting helmet. Mark Gardner. Cecilio Guante. Have I opened 95 or 94 Leaf? I think I've opened 94 Leaf. 95 Leaf doesn't ring a bell. Mike Morgan. Wayne Edwards. Danny Darwin, Dante Bichette, Norm Charlton, Carlos Quintana, Luis Salazar, Bob Melvin, different from Melvin Bob, Ron Gant, Manny Lee, Scott Coolbaugh, Jeff Brantley, and we get skunked on these packs. We end with Mike Jackson. All right. Well, they're not all duds because we are going to work on building this set as we go through the rest of our Series 2 and Series 1 packs. Can't win them all, but when you lose, you make lemonade out of commons. There we are. We've done an hour. Thank you for being here. I'll see you tomorrow when I open 2 vintage packs from some brands. Who knows? But again, thank you for being here and watching me open old packs, celebrating the nostalgia of finding Chipper Jones, the Ken Griffey Jr., Larry Walker, Roger Clemens, Nolan Ryan, Don Mattingly. It's still a hobby that I really enjoy, more than thrilled that I get to share it with viewers and just kind of make up things as I go that entertain me, and you all sit through it. So thank you. We'll give away the Bo Jackson and some other stuff as the real prize for you guys for staying with me for 1 million channel views. Here's to 1 million more. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Can't say it enough. We'll see you soon.